Crime in Richmond, like many communities, is somewhat cyclical. There's really never a straight line either towards success or when it involves setbacks. We go through periods of both, frankly, and right now we're dealing with some challenges that involve an uptick, pretty significant one, in gang violence. And of course there are a lot of reasons for that. Some of them involve transition that happens within gangs themselves. We see, as we arrest and successfully prosecute a number of key individuals that have been involved in gang violence in our community, the sad part is that there are altogether too many younger people who are ready to step in and take their place. And as that happens, it creates some imbalance between neighborhoods and rival factions. People feel the need to prove themselves. People feel the need to seek retaliation around various things, and we see sometimes these upswings in violence. One of the most important things we can do is an ongoing effort of outreach with the community through programs like Ceasefire and others that involve identifying who's up and coming as a potential shooter or somebody involved in this violence. We like to present people with some choices. One of those choices, of course, is to get out of the gang life and take advantage of resources and services that the community is working hard to provide. We've got a lot of people that really care about what happens to young people, want to keep them out of gangs, want to give them alternatives to being in gangs. That may include job training, it may include continued education, mental health services, other kinds of resources. But we recognize that not everybody wants to make that choice. We want to offer you the opportunity to make a life change, but if you don't take it, we want you to understand that there will be consequences for that. And those consequences will be a much more targeted focus of law enforcement on you and the people that you're hanging out with in your gang. It means that we're going to be working very closely with state and federal prosecutors to make sure that you are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and for the full array of charges that are appropriate. It means that, out in the field, we're going to be working with our partners in parole and probation to do compliance checks, to keep close tabs on where you're at and what you're doing, and we're going to use every piece of leverage we can to put a stop to the violence that you're committing.